Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about Python data types. Data types are the values you have to put in variables, and you can use those variables to get your values quickly and efficiently, and it makes your code much more clean and organized. There are lots of types of data types in Python, and they all have different uses. Our first data type is going to be integers. Integers are whole numbers assigned to a variable name. For example, x equals to 5. Integers are useful for rough calculations and for conditional statements. Our second type are going to be floats. You can make a float data type by assigning a decimal value to a variable name. For example, y is equal to 1.32. Floats are useful for precise calculations and is also useful for reducing user error if they put a decimal point accidentally. Our third data type is going to be strings. You can pick a string data type by assigning words that are in between quotes and assign them to a variable name. Strings are extremely useful for getting user input and are extensive for the user experience. The last data type I'm going to be talking about is booleans. Booleans are true or false statements which can be assigned a value of either true or false. For example, a q equals to false or q equals to true. These are very useful to set conditional statements easily. All of the data types above can be printed out in the Python console by using the print function, by printing out print with two parentheses at the end, and then adding your variable name to the variable you want to print. Say if you want to print out x, which is equal to 5, just put an x, and in the Python console when you run it, it will write down 5 right here. If you change the variable name into, I don't know, z, and you run it, what happens is it will change the value from 5 to hello world. If you ever wanted to change the type of data type, you can cast the new data type to the variable like so. Say if you want to change x, which is an integer data type, to a float. You can do that by turning x, which is equal to float x. What this is saying is x is now equal to the float of x, meaning that it will print out as 5.0 instead of just normal 5. And if you want to change y into an integer, you can always just do y is equal to int of y. Now what this is saying is that y is now equal to the integer version of y, meaning that it will round the 1.32 to the lower values, meaning it will turn into 1 instead of 1.32 as an integer, because integers are always whole numbers. Keep in mind that if you turn a string into an integer or a float, if it can only have numbers, and if you turn a float into an integer, it will round the float to the lower side of the whole numbers, no matter what. There are also other types of more complex data types, such as lists, sets, dictionaries, which all mesh all the other data types. Dictionaries can help mesh strings with integers and floats, and lists can make multiple sets of numbers or multiple sets of words. I hope you learned a lot from this, and goodbye.